Hey, 420 MSP. I am with Eric Boone of Meristematics. Hope I got that right. Eric, how you doing in that Seattle heat? Good Lord.
Yeah, well, I think we've got about 10 minutes before the heat exhaustion I just fall over. So if some of my answers come out a little bit obtuse, I claim heat stroke in advance.
There we go. So, you're a well-known figure in the industry. You're one of the people behind the scenes or in front of the scenes over at Hemp Fest, but that's not why we're here. The Seattle Hemp Fest, a popular, I'll call it a lifestyle show. We're really here on the business side today. So, first of all, what does that name mean that I can barely pronounce?
Meristematics, yeah. Okay, so we're an advanced AI analytics company focusing in retail analytics, but really covering the entire supply chain. And the root of the name is the meristem region of plants are where all the undifferentiated cells occur. Like the apical meristem, it'll say, well, you turn into chlorophyll cells or you turn into stoma cells, and it's where all the growth occurs in plants. And that's really what meristematics does with companies' data as well. As the cannabis industry is so highly regulated, we generate a tremendous amount of data at every touch point of the plant. So whereas a few years back that was considered very onerous for a lot of business owners, today it's very empowering. And meristematics helps take the undifferentiated chaos of your data and convert it into growth for your business.
And so, are you? I'm trying to picture this. Are you a corpus, a repository for all this data? Are you a dashboard to present the data at the presentation layer? Or are all the above? Walk me through your business model a little bit more.
Sure, of course. Well, we will store the data based on the needs of the clients, and we have clients currently in the United States and in Canada. We're working a lot with cannabis quality assurance in Canada as well, and in a lot of those cases, the licensed producers will want to retain ownership of their data, which is fine. So we work with it and help analyze it without actually storing it as a repository. And there are
Sure.
different data structures that you can use to facilitate that. But then in answer to your question, do we visualize the data? Yes, we do. But meristematics is capable of so much more. And that's what a lot of what you see in the cannabis industry right now is advanced visualization. You
Correct.
essentially have descriptive analytics, whereas you're taking a tremendous amount of data and you're making it easily digestible, often visual formats, charts, and pie graphs to allow your managers to make better data-driven decisions. Meristematics, the engine that we're dealing with, we look at so many different impact factors and have analyzed so much data over the course of the last 12 years that the platform is actually capable of predictive and prescriptive output as well, which not only tells you here's what all the data is saying, but it gives you management direction on price elasticity, demand. So in the instance of a consolidated supply chain, it can tell you that the system can give you a good idea of what consumers are going to like before you ever plant anything in the field. And then once it makes it through to the retail end of the supply chain, it'll tell you exactly how much product to send to which one of your stores and how much to charge for it at what time of the day. So when it comes to automating and really hitting the economies of scale in supply chains, particularly in supply chains that have just gone through an acquisition or a merger, that level of AI interaction is really the key to unlocking the powers of those economies of scale and optimizing those supply chains quickly.
Yeah. So, who's the customer? What are your customer personas? The people that give you money.
Ideally, we would like to work with the enterprise level clients. We can work with one of the powerful things about the meristematics engine is that we can start producing some fairly actionable predictive output with as little as 2 weeks of sales data. So we can actually help the smaller retailers with 1 or 2, 3 stores, but that's not really where our sweet spot is. When we're dealing with the large enterprise level clients, that have managed to capture their entire supply chain from production to particularly even lab testing to the end point of sale. That's where the true magic of our platform can really shine.
Yeah, really cool. I'll tell you what, Jenny's over in the radio control room. Jenny, let's get Eric back next quarter if you're agreeable, and maybe you could give us an on-screen demo, or are you prepared to kind of show us some of the secret sauce?
Not today. I've got team members who are eminently more qualified at that than I am, and I'd be happy to include them on a future call.
Yeah.
So we'd be happy to give a demonstration to, it's a little bit difficult to show a whole lot in real time, but we could definitely give you some demonstrations on some of the output and sort of powers that we unleash.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, my friend. Well, go upstairs and get next to that air conditioner in the hot Seattle summer.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't do this on high res, or you would. And I'm glad that this is not smell-o-vision either. That would be a bit fragrant at this stage.
There we go. All right.
All right. Well, thanks very much, and thanks to everyone out at SMB Nation as well.
All right. Thanks.